it's Leek Day once again, and welcome to Weekly Leek 16. We've got more Quest and Botanist leaks this week, so grab your favorite drink and let's check it out. Just in case you're new here, the Weekly Leek is Fent's weekly dev blog which shares progress on a per team basis, accompanied by 2 infographics to track their progress. And maybe there's some leaks as well. Let's start with the front cover. This week, the leak of the week is an enigma of possibilities, as it's the maybe leak, which represents Samuel. The leak looks like it has been decapitated, but I think it'll be fine. Right? Maybe? Anyway, let's enhance the primary image. Before we get into the specifics, I just want to say that this room is graphically very impressive. I'm absolutely loving the aesthetic here. So what are we looking at? Well, I think we're seeing more of the abandoned/forgotten area of the Mine of Mantuban, which will be featured in the upcoming 6-star Mine of Mantuban quest. The entire area looks like an abandoned goblin settlement. It looks like it was abandoned once, re-inhabited, and partially rebuilt by less advanced builders before being abandoned once again. I'm saying this because the roofing looks way less sophisticated than the buildings themselves. Either way, this room is thematically similar to the area we've seen in issue 14, which is located somewhere beyond the podium cave, as we've seen in issue 9. Speaking of issue 9, do you remember this bit of concept art? Back then, I speculated it was a forge, but it seems we now know what it actually is. We can see that it was in fact some kind of a semi-dilapidated building from this area. Interestingly, the roof tile we saw in issue 9 is also part of this, and it looks like some kind of a constellation. Specifically, it looks like the Taurus zodiac sign. The fact that it also appears to be depicted in bones heavily insinuates that we go to this abandoned settlement on a quest to use our divination abilities as part of the bone-wright profession to prophesy something, or perhaps find out how to deal with something that's in the mines. Back in issue 7, we saw this concept art of this mythical looking tentacle boar dragon pig. It's not quite a bull, but perhaps this creature is involved in this quest as well, and the Taurus constellations in this area are related to it specifically. Anyway, one of the 2 constellation tiles in the room appears to be missing a piece of what I imagine to be stained glass. Perhaps we need to find it to unlock something in the room? If we take a look at the teaser image, which has the leak in front of it, we can see more of the same room from a different angle. But we cannot make out much more, other than it appears that this room will have different height levels. The only thing that I can't confidently link in, which we know is involved in this quest as well, is the mysterious device. In issue 10, we saw a machine that interfaces with it and opens it, as I believe it to be a Da Vinci cryptex. Perhaps inside the mysterious device is a map to the Forgotten Settlement? Anyway, with this being part of a 6-star quest, make sure you train your bone-wright up to level 69 in preparation for it. That was a lot of information for one image, but let's not forget about the secondary image on the front cover. Here we can see a water pump in Timberwell green and a player filling up a watering can. Last week we confirmed that watering cans will be a new tool to be used in the upcoming botanist profession. Interestingly, the watering can this week looks to be of a lower quality than the one we saw last week, indicating that this one is the first tier and the other one is the second tier of watering cans. I wonder how many plants we can water before needing to refill it. Okay, let's move on to the teams. Starting with the technical team, which is Andrew, James B, and Ian. Bossy Leek Andrew has been working on Project Milestone and the botanist profession. Legendary Leek James B has been working on Project Milestone, Fish Her Bounties, OSA compliance, and launching today's game update. Finally, Multi-Purpose Leek Ian has been doing mapping and post-graphics coding for the 6-star Mine of Mantuban quest, presumably the stuff we saw on the front cover. Next up is the content team, which consists of Paul, Samuel, Daniel, Harris, and Steve. Harry Leek Paul has been working on Project Milestone. Samuel, the Maybe Leek, has been doing post-graphics coding for the 3-star Hope Forest quest, handling support requests, and preparing this weekly leak. Daniel, the Thin Leek, has been working on Fisher bounties. Sleepy Leek Harris has been doing pre-graphics boss coding for the 4-star Chronopolis quest. And finally, Lanky Leek Steve has been doing pre-graphics coding for the 4-star Mine of Mantuman quest, as well as some work on Project Milestone. Moving on to the graphics team, which is Greg, Nick, Lewis, James T, and Alex. The entire graphics team has been working on graphics for the Botanist profession this week, with laid-back Leek Greg also creating some graphics for the Forager profession and this weekly leak. And last, but most certainly not least, the crunchiest of leaks, Joe, has been working on more global music and audio for the 6-star Mine of Mantuman quest. Alright, let's have a look at the infographics for this week, starting with the side quests. This week, we're ticking off one item as graphical work for the 3-star Hope Forest quest has been completed. This means both the 3-star Hope Forest and 6-star Mine of Mantuman quests are now well in the post-graphics phase of their development. Big hype! And finally, for the Project Milestone infographic, we can also tick off one item, as all the coding for the Fisher bounties has now been completed. This means that once graphics and audio have been created for it, all it needs is some polishing and then it can be released. And that's Weekly Leek issue 16. If you want to read the weekly leak for yourself, the link to it is in the description. Alternatively, if you want to discuss this issue of the Weekly Leak and all things Brighter Shores with me and a community of well over 400 members, make sure you join my clan, the Blades of Adothria. The link to our Discord server is in the description. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss one of my uploads. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in Adothria. Bye!